Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Len. Today we're going to cook a different type of lasagna. It's a Tex Mex style lasagna. Over the years, I've been asked several times what's in my recipe. Well, today I'm going to finally share it. It's a favorite for everyone every time I make it. In fact, it's also a meal that I had cooked on a few occasions when I was a part of a podcast called Limit Break Radio. For those of you who do not know, Limit Break Radio is a podcast about a game called Final Fantasy XIV. I was on the show for about 5 or 6 years, and I was only part of the cast for about one. Um, this is a game that I had played for about 10 years, 10 years or so, yeah, with people all over the world. My name on the game was called Papa Woody, and yes, that is a dick joke. Um, I would get into hijinks and get in a lot of trouble almost on a daily basis. I had many good times while I was on the show, and the fans are the best in the business. Most of the crew on Limit Break Radio are also great. I say most because there's one guy. Let's see, his name was Escalia, right? Yes, Escalia. Um, every time I cooked for the crew, he would skedaddle. He was out of there. I don't know why, but yeah, buddy. Yeah, I haven't forgotten about that. Anyways, if I have to say that, if it were not for Limit Break Radio, I probably wouldn't be making these videos for y'all. They taught me many things about YouTube, and they also gave me the confidence to get on a mic and in front of a camera. Just recently, the host of the show, Nero, has stated that they're planning on making a comeback with all new episodes. He didn't give a specific date, but I'm excited about hearing that. So if you're into video games, and if you're already a Final Fantasy fan, go check out their YouTube page, and I'll put their link to their page below in the comments, or in the description. So I'd like to finally thank the awesome LBR Army fans out there, and most importantly, I'd like to thank Nero, Juxta, Kalo, Nika, and yes, I guess Escalia, for having me a part of their show and embracing me for who I am and my sense of humor. So, with all that being said, let's get cooking. Alrighty, for the ingredients of this recipe, if you don't catch any of these, I'll list them down in the description below, but you'll need 1 pound of ground beef cooked and browned. You'll need one 16-ounce can of black refried beans, one 15-ounce can of black beans, half a cup of corn. I use fresh. I just cut it right off the cob. If you don't want to use fresh, then go ahead and use half a cup of frozen. Just make sure they're thawed. I got 3 jalapenos. I mean, if you don't like things really spicy, go ahead and just dial it back to 1 or none if you want. Just make sure they're seeded and chopped. You'll need some 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. I'll put the recipe on making my homemade taco seasoning in the description below. If you don't care to use it, just get 1 packet from the store. You'll need 1 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, about 5 cups of salsa. I usually get the big ass jug. Looks like it's about almost 4 pounds of it. I love salsa anyway, so I'll just eat the rest of it that I don't use. So you use 5 cups of salsa, 13 lasagna noodles. Use 1 to test, or in case one of these rips in half, we'll just be able to substitute in. I get an 8-ounce bag of Mexican brand shredded cheese. And optional is sour cream. Sorry for clearing my throat a lot. It's allergy season. You gotta love spring. So to kick things off, you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You also need to get a little pot together, fill it a little over halfway full of water. We're going to get this to a good boil, then we're going to throw our noodles in. So I usually cover it to keep the heat in. That way it just make it cook faster. While we're waiting for our oven to heat up and our water to boil, let's talk about these jalapeno peppers. Yesterday, I had to scrap the whole video I had because, yeah, apparently I touched my eyes after cutting up peppers. Do not touch your face at all when you're cutting up peppers, and this is why. We almost got our jalapenos done. Looks like our beef is almost done. You don't need to chop these up real fine. Get them chopped up. If you want some heat, keep some seeds in there. If you don't, then just take them out. Oh shit. That's stupid. Oh my God, Samantha! I got pepper juice in my eye. God damn it. So make sure you wash your hands thoroughly after you're done. And make sure you can just chop them up real fine, like if you want. Or don't even use them if you don't like spicy stuff. So our water is nice and hot. You're just going to pop in your noodles. Let them cook for, I don't know, maybe a minute or so it starts to get down in there. And when it's fully submerged, you'll want to stir it every once in a while. That way the noodles don't get all clumped together. While we're waiting for our noodles to cook, we're going to get our beef mixture ready. So yesterday, after my little whoopsie with the peppers, I had to put in I grounded up some beef. And put it in some Tupperware, of course, to save it for today's recording. So we're just going to bring this up to temperature so it's nice and hot. Then we'll add the refried beans. It's a little bit easier to work with later when everything's all nice and warm. Okay, we got our beef warmed up or browned. We're making it fresh day of. Make sure nothing's sticking on the bottom. Now we're going to add in our refried black beans. And stuff is going to fall behind me. We're going to mix this around, mash it in. It'll get warmed up. And you can also mix in your black beans, your corn, your jalapenos. It's all mixed in together. Now that we have our beef, peppers, corn, beans, refried beans all mixed together, we're going to take 3/4 of a cup of the tomato sauce. We're going to pour that right in there. We're going to add a packet of taco seasoning, or if you're using mine, it's about a tablespoon. Mine's a little bit stronger than the normal packet, with heat wise. You're just going to mix this all together. Noodles are just about done. We have our meat mixture. What I usually do is I try to spread it out evenly as much as I can, and then I kind of part with it a little bit, I guess you could say, instead of parting ways, because you're not really parting ways with it yet. I usually just cut it in half so there's a divider. You'll see why here in a little bit. For the lasagna sauce, I get a big bowl. I dump the rest of the tomato sauce in there, as much as you can out. So with our big ass jar of salsa, I put most of it in. It's like about 3/4 of it. Stir it around. Make sure you mix it well. Now we got the sauce ready, meat's ready, noodles are ready. You're gonna get your pan ready. You're gonna get a 13 by 9 by 2. 13 by 9 by 2 deep cooking dish. Spray the bottom down with cooking spray. And I might just do all the sides too. So we're going to take a cup of the sauce. There we go. Put it down there. Spread it around. So this next part, be very careful. These noodles are going to be hot if you haven't let them cool for a while. You're going to take one. You're going to put a layer of noodles and overlap them slightly. Ooh, that's a hot one. So we got our first layer down, overlapping. Then we're going to put, I like to set this up in stations, noodles, meat, sauce. That way everything's getting, you're not getting crossed up here. So we're going to take meat sauce or meat mixture. Slop it right down in there. And try to get this spread out as evenly as you can. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. But once we have the meat mixture as best as we can get it, we're going to put another layer of sauce on. Try to get it as covered as you can. You can use the measuring cup if you want to spread it around, as I normally do. Does a good job at it. And we're going to put some cheese on this. Cover it good. Okay, so now we're going to put another layer of noodles on. What I normally do, and you don't have to, is that when I put my first noodles, as you notice, I start top to bottom. Now I'm going to go from bottom to top. That way, if the noodles do get separated a little bit, they're not going to get, so every noodle is its own thing. So you'll see what I'm talking about when we cut it. Okay, so we got our next row of noodles. I'm going to put another thing of either meat solution on there. Put another layer of sauce. Starting to get a little low, but that's good. Okay, so you gotta put some more cheese on it. We're gonna put our final layer of pasta noodles. I'm working from the top down now. And it looks like I just messed up on my count. It should be 4 noodles per row. I've been putting 3 in like an idiot. So yeah, I don't know how this one's going to turn out, but this is how it should look. Now we got our last layer of noodles on. If you had any break, this is the time you can just, switch one out that's not broken, that has been cooked. Put the remaining sauce on here. And we're going to cover it with cheese, the remaining portion of our cheese. So once you have it all done, what you're going to do is you're going to bake it, let's see, I would say 45, 50 minutes. So when you get to about 45 minutes, you can take it out. Make sure the cheese is all melted, edges are bubbling, it'll be ready. So let's pop this in. And if you do have, if you're worried about the lasagna boiling over, bubbling over, just put a cookie pan on the next rack underneath it. Okie doke. So it's been 35, oh no, actually it's been 45 minutes. Was bubbling after when I took it out. The cheese is all melted. So now it's almost ready. You just got to let it set for 10 minutes and then we'll plate it up. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Let's get this cut. You can cut, as big a pieces as you want. Up to you. All right, let's see if my mistake really hindered this one. Nope. How about them apples? Came out really nice. So basically what you want to do is you want to do 4 noodles per layer and do it from top to bottom. The first laying them out top to bottom. Second layer of noodles, you want to do 4 noodles bottom to top. That way they interlock and it holds it a lot better. Here you go. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And enjoy. Thanks. See you next time. I forgot, like an idiot, because I'm having such a wonderful day. Put some sour cream on the top if you want. Just cools it down a little bit and it tastes really good.